I literally don't know how to start this video without bursting into tears. I told myself I was gonna be calm for this video. I'm still trying to process like what actually happened. I don't even like what? Hey guys, it's Dion. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. This is the place where I embarrass myself on the internet. If you saw my last video or if you follow me on Twitter or Snapchat or Instagram, you would know that on the 4th of August, I went to GOT7's show in Singapore. I flew to Singapore on the 2nd of August. The concert was on the 4th, and then I flew back on the 6th to Australia. It was like, I genuinely don't even know like where to start. I think I'm gonna split this video into two parts. The first part's gonna be talking about my experience at the concert as well as like videos from the concert. And the second part is going to be my experience with meeting GOT7. And I'm probably gonna cry talking about it, so you know, it's cool. I'm gonna try and remain calm, but I might get a bit frustrated. A few things about this concert made me really angry. If you guys saw my last video, there was so many things that I was like freaking out about. No offense to the company that was running the show in Singapore, but it was so disorganized. We did not find out any information until like 2 days before the show. So no one knew what was going on. We didn't know where we needed to wait. We didn't know where merch was gonna be. All we knew was that High Touch was gonna be after the concert, and we only knew the people that won High Touch. We were told the doors opened at 3 and then it changed to 2 literally the day before the concert, and everyone was like, okay. We were the only show on this tour that didn't get merch. Company that was running the GOT7 concert, I may as well just say the name, One Production. It's not like they're gonna see this video. If they see this video, I'm not calling you out. I'm not sad, I'm just disappointed. Actually, I am sad. In this article that they released like 2 days before the concert saying what was going on, there was a part that said due to there being overselling of merch, there won't be any merch at the Singapore concert. I should have bought it online. I can't anymore because everything's gone and it's being sold on eBay for like 4 times the price. But to find out that we were the only show on this tour that didn't get merch, like, I thought that was unfair. I was heartbroken. I was really upset because I'd saved so much money. I know that it's probably not that deep for some people. I just wanted a tour t-shirt. Like, that's all I wanted. Obviously, I'm still grateful I got to go to the concert. I just think that the fact that we were the only concert, like we were the only stop on this whole entire tour that didn't get merch, like, I don't find that fair. They have their Hong Kong show on, I think it's like the 24th of this month. I will be interested to see if they have merch at their concert because it's Jackson's home city. Onto the VIP gifts. In every single show, they had a lanyard and it was like pink and it said Eyes on You Tour. I'm not getting the actual merch from the concert because they're not selling any, but at least I'm gonna get the lanyard that everyone else has. Or was I? Because turns out we got something entirely different to every other show. Our lanyard was this. A black piece of card. I've got a photo card of Jackson in there, but that wasn't in there before. This lanyard that has like an engraved thing. Oh, beauty haul. We got a coin purse with the same thing. I think the funniest part about this is that the day after the concert, some of my friends and I went shopping for GOT7 merch. We found these exact things, obviously just not with the stamp on them. I am not kidding. This was 70 cents and this was $1. In summary, I spent on tickets alone $660 and this is all I have to show for it. So thank you, One Production, for that. So the day of the concert, we get there. Sorry, I got my notes up so I don't forget anything. Had to get there at 11 o'clock in the morning because I had to pick up the ticket. Then I had to go and check in for High Touch, and I was walking around on my own, and I don't know if this is just my paranoia or what, but I just felt like every single person there was judging me. Like, everyone was looking me up and down. I don't know if it's because of the way I was dressed, but I felt like everyone was judging me. I don't know if it's because I was in a different country and I wasn't used to it, but I felt really like out of place. So we had to wait in our order of queuing numbers. I went there about 12:30ish. My queuing number was 313. So my original one was 960, and that was the ticket I got High Touch for, but I bought another ticket and that ticket was 313. I'm just lucky that I found like another ticket as well. So shout out to my friend Linda because she hooked me up with the ticket. You're the real OG, sis. Anyway, I was waiting in line and I made friends with the girls in front of me. They were the only people that spoke to me and accepted me at the concert. They honestly made the concert so much more enjoyable. We were waiting from like 12:30-ish until obviously 2 o'clock when the doors opened. There were security guards walking around checking if we all had wristbands because we had to get wristbanded. A security guard came up to me and tried to keep me out of the line because I had a high touch wristband. So he looked at my wristband and he said, "You have VIP, why are you in this?" First of all, mate, VIP is all standing and half or seated, but the reason why I have a specific VIP wristband is because I want high touch. And he was like, "Hold on, let me go and get my manager." There were other people that had wristbands that said VIP, but for some reason this security guard went and got his manager and talked to his manager and said like, "Why is she in here?" I don't know where they were going to take me. I don't know if they were going to put me in seated. I don't know if they were going to keep me out of the concert. I don't know if they were going to take me backstage. Like, I should have just said yes, take me with you, in case they did take me backstage. He went and like got his manager and then they looked at my wristband and my ticket and they were like, "Oh no, it's fine, you're supposed to be in here." And I was like, we got let in to the venue at 2 o'clock. There was bag searching. On the article that came out about the concert like 2 days before, it said like no plushies, no items that you can throw on stage. There was so much thrown on stage, so I don't know how thorough the bag checking was, but I feel like when the security got through the first couple hundred people, they probably just stopped, because even when they got to me, literally just opened it and they're like, "You're fine, go in." In my last video I showed you guys the sign I had. It was like on a canvas and it was really thick and it had lights and everything on it. I couldn't take that in because I couldn't fold it. So I took another sign, which I kept for like memories or whatever, even though I didn't take it out during the concert. I made it on green paper because, you know, August culture. That was disgusting. I did it literally like the day before I flew to Singapore, and it said, you know, the same thing. I flew from Australia, but I didn't get a chance to check it out because the mosh was that crazy that I couldn't reach into my bag. But I managed to sneak in this makeup and perfume. Oh, I just dropped it, cool. Who knows what other people had managed to sneak into the concert. We got let in. I went straight for B stage because I knew that the boys made the most interactions with fans on the B stage. At least if I go to B stage, I have more chance to get interactions and I can still see the main stage from where I'm standing. I was about 5th row by the time we got into the venue. I was stoked. I was like, oh my god, yes. All the people along the front barricade was sitting down. While we were waiting, they were playing GOT7's music and I was getting hype. Every single person that was around me, besides the girls I made friends with, was judging me. Everyone was looking at me up and down. Everyone was laughing at me. People were whispering about me because they were like, "What is this girl doing?" But if someone's gonna play GOT7, no matter where the hell I am, I'm getting turned up. I was excited. I was gonna see my boys in like an hour. I'm not bagging them out. Like, you do whatever you want to do before the concert, but it made me feel insecure and like I shouldn't be there and I shouldn't be in the audience. Like, I could hear people talking shit about me. There was a girl in front of me. She was a fan that had gone to multiple GOT7 shows and she had the image picket that has Jackson's face on it. To her friend, she was like, "Oh my god, look, oh my god, this is my boyfriend." I said to her, "Oh my god, girl, same." That's literally the biggest mood. Like, you represent him. She turned around to me and she looks me up and down.
"Where's your sign then? Where's your sign for Jackson? I don't see any support from Jackson for you. You're obviously a fake Jackson fan."
She literally came after me because I didn't have a picket with Jackson's face on it. I couldn't buy the picket because they weren't selling any merch at the concert. It should not be about how much merch you own. It should not be about how many times you've seen them in concert or how long you've been a fan for. It should be about you supporting them. Like, we were all there to support GOT7. I don't want people to think I'm coming across as a shit starter by saying this. There were fan sites. They were front row. They were on the barrier. They were wearing like flats to the concert, so just like slides. And when it got to 3:45, which was 15 minutes before the show, they all opened their backpacks, put their slides in there, and they whipped out 6-inch pairs of heels and they all put the heels on. I'm sorry, but they knew obviously what they were doing. They put the heels on, one, so they could get better quality pictures, and two, so they could block the view of everyone that was behind them. When they put their heels on, they just turned around and they just looked everyone up and down and they started snickering filming. I understand, like, fan sites, it's their job to travel and to take pictures of the boys. When they were putting other people's chance to see them in, like, jeopardy just so they could get a good picture, to me that's not fair. There were security guards walking around with signs that said no filming and no photography. I can understand, like, to a certain extent. Like, I would not stand there and film the whole concert. I wanted to film certain bits so I still had, like, a memory to take back. There's no way in, like, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years time I'm gonna be able to remember that concert. So at least if I have a couple of videos, I have something to take back the memory with. These security guards, when we had our phone up, they literally just shined a white light in your eyes until you stopped filming. One of the fan sides during the encore got a selfie stick out when it said strictly no selfie sticks. She got a selfie stick out with her phone on it. The selfie stick was blocking everyone's view. Her camera was up blocking everyone's view, and the security didn't have a problem with it, but the security had a problem with fans that were standing in the crowd with their phones literally like this trying to film. Majority of them filming because they could not see. I'm trying not to get frustrated, but it upset me, not just like for my own extent, but for so many other people. Like, I was lucky I'm a bit taller than majority of the people in the mosh, because there were so many girls around me that the whole time I just heard them saying, I can't see, I can't see, I can't see. The reason why they can't see is because there's these girls that are blocking their vision. They started playing a remix, which we know that means that they're about to come on stage, and I was feeling it, like my heart. I was like, oh my god. The doors opened and there was that song that was like doom, like that like random song that comes on like when they were like dramatically walking to the stage, like so. I was like 5th row before the concert started, but when it started I ended up getting to 2nd row because everyone just pushed. And obviously I know what mosh pits are like. I've been in them before, but I'm not exaggerating. This was the worst mosh pit I've ever been in. And the security guards did not care for anyone's health and safety. They were too busy shining the torches in everyone's eyes to get them to stop filming. And they went to like talk before they went onto My Home, but Yu-Gi-Oh was gone.
We have a secret. Yu-Gi-Oh have a little problem right now, and then he will come back soon. So wait a minute. He ripped his pants. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. Yeah! Wow, let me see your new pants. Skinny jeans. Okay, it's okay? It's okay? Okay. Let's go. We should go to the next song. Are you ready for the next song?
While we were waiting for Yu-Gi-Oh, Bam Bam and Mark were the only people like making conversation, and I was kind of like low-key awkward. Like, obviously the other boys didn't know what to do, and everyone in the crowd was just like, what is going on? So we waited for like probably like 5 minutes, so not that long. They did My Home and Paradise on the B stage, and that was the first time they came down to the B stage, and oh my god, I thought the mosh was bad when they first came out. Lord, every time they came to the B stage, everyone obviously knew this is where they interact with fans the most, so they're gonna like whoosh it all the way down. There was a fan site next to me. She put her elbow on my shoulder so she could get her camera up, and then when she wasn't getting a good enough picture, she decided it was necessary to start elbowing my head. She was literally pulling my hair. They were some of the most savage out of all of the fans. Like, the fan sites and the mums were like the worst ones in the crowd. They started walking down to the B stage for Hey, Mark, Yu-Gi-Oh and J-Boom that came over to our side first. For some reason the security didn't really seem to mind when we were filming at the B stage, and everyone had an agabong in one hand and their phone in the other. But I had my phone in one hand and my agabong was like on the wrist strap, like hanging down. And then with the other hand I was like waving to get their attention. I would look like a psycho person, but it worked because Mark noticed me first. I do have a video which I'll include. It's like really bad quality. And I'm not making excuses. The girl in front of me was literally behind a DSLR camera, so Mark obviously couldn't see her. And I was directly behind her and I was waving at Mark, and Mark looked straight at me and smiled. Young came over towards the end of the song. I was doing the same thing, like I was waving at him. He looked directly at me. We locked eyes and he like smiled, and then he looked away, and when he moved, he like you'll see it in the video, but I don't know if it's his teeth or it's his lip, but he licks it. Like he licks his, like, I think it's his teeth. Like he licks his teeth. He was like that would. What that means. I'm not standing here like, oh yeah, like, I'm so good looking, I got you against attention. I was the ugliest girl in that crowd. Don't even start. What happened, I was like in shock. Did full stop he full stop just lick his lip or teeth or whatever after looking at me. I moved on to Firework, which was so beautiful. Like I was so glad that they're on the B stage for that song, because that's one of my favorite GOT7 songs. I don't know if this is just me reaching, but I swear to God, Yu-Gi-Oh and I had eye contact during Firework like so many times, and I was like, I'm literally freaking out.
Everybody sing it. Like a firework. Like a firework. Like a firework. Like a firework.
They went back to main stage, they did Teenager. I popped off.
You make me take, you make me take, you make me
They sung Us, which is one of my all-time favorite GOT7 songs. Like, it's top 5.
Nobody, we can keep it low, we can take it slow, we gon' hit it like nobody. We can keep it low, we can take it slow, we gon' party like nobody. We can take it low, we can take it slow, we gon' hit it like nobody. Rock the waves, rock the waves.
Don't be nice, don't be destination, don't be honey, we good girls going bad, bunny boy, good girls want me, nigga, hands away. Alright, got out of booty, oh my God.
It's not even the name of the song, but I call it Hajma or Stop It. I swear to God, there was full on like fights in the mosh pit. There was like punch ups. I could hear and feel my hair being snapped out of my head. Dreamin' had to be one of the top performances of the whole concert because they were just having such a good time. part where they all, like where you can Bam Bam and Jackson literally were like in a huddle. In that moment, that's one of the happiest moments I've ever had in my entire life, because 3 of my favourite men in the entire world, I was there to watch them have such a good time on stage, and I think that was like literally one of the coolest things that has ever happened to me. There was a really long clip before they did the unit stages, obviously because they needed to get ready, but oh my god, I literally thought I was going to pass out. I drank water that morning, but I hadn't eaten in like the past 2 days, which don't do. I knew it was stupid, but I just couldn't stomach any food. Pretty sure I blacked out at one point.
We'll be flying, we'll finish it. We'll be running everywhere, they're gonna finish it.
Literally, when will we get like rapper Yu-Gi-Oh as a comeback? And at one point Jackson took his shirt off. I don't even remember, I got it on film, but I don't actually remember when it happened. Like, because I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh and I looked over and I'm like, Jackson shirtless. There was a video that was made by like the Singapore fans and it was so cute. And all the boys turned around and then we all held up these little signs, which I kept because of course I'm gonna keep it, and we all held it up. We trust in you and we will follow you. I was tearing up. I don't know how I was not crying. Like, I managed to keep it together. I think it's because I knew I was meeting GOT7 after the concert, so I didn't want to ruin my makeup. I didn't think any of the boys cried, but apparently Yu-Gi-Oh cried. That's what I was told after the concert, and when I found out Yu-Gi-Oh cried, I cried. They all said the thank you speeches, and then it was Look remix, Fly remix, and then Go Higher, which was when everyone was like getting hyped. Yu-Gi-Oh and I had another interaction. He pointed at me and did a finger heart. When he did it, I stopped filming straight after and I was like, him and Bam Bam were walking over, and then Yu-Gi-Oh and I made eye contact, and then he walked further and then he was like, didn't believe it, and I was like, the girl next to me threw blue inhalers, like the little nose things like that you sniff when you're sick. She threw them at Jackson and they hit him in the balls. And this man looks directly at me. He thought it was me that threw them at him. The only interaction I had with Jackson the whole concert is when he thought I threw something at his balls. I think Dreamin' and Go Higher were the best of the whole concert because Go Higher was so hype, obviously because it was the last song. I got Water Thrown on Me by Jin Young, Mark and Bam Bam, and that was literally like one of the highlights of the whole concert. Towards the end, Jackson and Bam Bam threw towels into the crowd. When Bam Bam threw it, it was directly at me. I'm not kidding. The fan site from before, the one that was elbowing me in the head, she literally just went whack, elbowed me out of the way, and she got the towel. I love Bam Bam so much, and I would have loved to have that towel. Even though she hurt me, I'm not gonna hurt her back. I'm not gonna get anywhere. The girls in front of me had a punch up for the Jackson towel. I hope wherever she is that she's got the towel and she's treasuring it, because I could afford her back for that and I probably would have won. But one of the biggest shocks for me is that the security did not give out any water. They did not check on any fans that were being hurt or pushed in the mosh. It was so bad, to the point where Mark actually stopped at one point during the show and said, guys, like, you need to stop pushing. There's plenty of room. You need to stop pushing. The fact that, like, it had to take one of the members to tell us to stop pushing, and people were still pushing. Like, people still pushed even after Mark Twan told you to stop pushing and you kept pushing. Like, how could you go against his wishes? Regardless of how bad the mosh was and how bad the security was, the concert itself was amazing. They put on an incredible show. That's pretty much the whole concert experience. I'm so lucky that I got to be there and be part of their crowd and see them, like, do what they do best. Thank you to GOT7 for an amazing show. I hope you guys liked hearing my concert experience. If you've been to a concert, I want to hear your experiences down below. Make sure you stick around for part 2. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to, of course, and follow me on my social media. It will be linked down below in the description. GOT7 are legends. Love them, support them, go to their concerts. Don't be a dick, but go to their concerts and have a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in part 2 of this video. Bye.
I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good right now. Good right now. I'm feeling 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 good right now. I feel good. I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good right now. Good right now.